On today's show, Camping in the Cold. This guide teaches students how to survive and thrive when temperatures drop well below zero. The folks at Strikemaster Augers aim for a world record at the world's largest ice fishing event. And the story of a bird so friendly on cold winter days.
Minnesota Bound, presented by Connecticut Water Treatment Systems.
Hey everybody, welcome to winter. Laura and I welcome you to Minnesota Bound.
Up first, we head to a special classroom where people can learn how to winter camp.
Yep, such a place exists. No bull, just the Bull Moose Patrol. Camping in Minnesota's snow and cold. A frigid act of not so random intent.
Crazy, but it's one of my favorite things in the world.
You can't believe it. You know, it's just, there's so few people that do this.
Exactly why on a crisp winter day,
Today we're going to be talking about winter wilderness skills.
Scott Oath bundles up to share a bunch of his Bull Moose Patrol wisdom.
Even with a modest fire going here, no such thing as bad weather, just bad clothing. A couple of the prints.
Scott, the guy in the plaid flannel.
These shirts we started making up for people on our trips. They're thick fleece, they're warm, they work well in the field. My company's called Bull Moose Patrol, and we guide wilderness trips, we teach outdoor skills, and do a lot of speaking on outdoor skills and trips.
Today he teaches
Camping, how to stay warm, how to have a good time in the outdoors, a bit on winter survival, how to sleep outside in the cold.
skills Scott picked up over more than 40 years of camping and guiding.
Took that through.
Today we are learning survival skills or how to winter camp.
Why winter camp? You know, I think if you live here in Minnesota, you need to have some activities that you like doing in the winter. Otherwise, you should probably move. So it's fun, but there's that special challenge, and I really view it as the thinking person's side of the outdoor world.
Which is why students filled this day-long class.
And I discovered people camp in the winter in a hammock. I'm like, perfect, solo, right? So once you get in, and I have a little bit of an advantage with this particular bag because I'm so small, that I have lots of room. I can kick my legs out, I can stretch out, and it's surprisingly comfortable and warm.
We are collecting tinder and kindling for fire starting.
Learning all sorts of winter skills.
Finding tinder.
Like tools of the stay warm trade.
Stuff that snaps easy, stuff that's dry, not rotten.
Gonna make some fire today.
Looking good.
Break them open and you get the little cotton fluff on the inside.
Sparking fire, a task seemingly so easy for some,
She's got mad skills. That was one strike too.
but for others, not quite so hot.
G lit?
Nope. Put the tip of the rod right where you want it to be, right in that fuzz.
This is the first time I have ever done it. I gotta say, I think we might have the biggest fire. Should we top it with a candle?
Yeah.
People come from all over.
Minneapolis.
I'm from Selma, Alabama. I got lost, as you can tell.
Yep, Benson Webb from Alabama.
We are learning how to survive in the winter and in the wilderness at the same time. So that's what I'm learning today. I'm an Eagle Scout from back home, so a lot of the same concepts, a lot of the same terminology and everything I understand.
Just a bit of a different environment for winter camping.
Technically I have, but back in Alabama, that was about what, the winter was 60 degrees, 50 degrees, so not on the same level as this.
4 poles to handle a heavy snow load and handle high winds. Most dome tents are 2 poles. I think they're interested in enhancing their skills and their ability to have a good time out in the cold.
And in our state, you can't beat winter weather. So might as well embrace.
People may think we're crazy. Maybe we are. I don't know, but I enjoy it. It's a good time.
And what the heck? No bugs in this camp.
It takes a certain kind of individual to go out and camp in the winter and do this sort of thing. A challenge that you can cross off that, hey, I've done this. It's a personal challenge almost.
It's a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. So there's nothing that's stopping you from being able to survive anywhere you go.
Coming up, the hunt for a second world record at the world's largest ice fishing tournament.
Minnesota Bound is brought to you by Connecticut Water Treatment Systems, Rapala, Midwest Exteriors MN, and by Ice Castle Fish House and RV.
Up next, we're headed to one of the largest ice fishing contests in the world that also happens to raise money for a great cause. Travis Frank has the story.
All ice anglers face the exact same challenge. To catch a fish, they first have to cut through the ice. Today, that challenge takes on a whole new meaning.
Everybody that's drilling, come on over here close. Get in here so you can hear. You've got forward and reverse, keep it in forward. Don't mess with that at all. And then you've got a dead man switch down here on the bottom. Let the auger do the cutting. You don't have to lean on it, you don't have to pull on it. These blades are gonna just pull that auger right down into the ice for you. You're gonna drill down, lift the auger, go on to the next hole. So there's a snowmobile track, and where those cross, that's where you drill. Let's pace yourselves, we got a lot of holes to drill today.
20,000 holes to be exact. A monumental task to prepare for the largest ice fishing tournament in the world.
If we could call it a world record, I would, right? But it's we're drilling 20,000 holes with the Strikemaster 40V.
For the first time ever, they're all drilled with battery power.
Things have changed in ice fishing. We've been a brand that has changed it with our Strikemaster auger.
Strikemaster has built ice augers for more than 65 years. For the first time ever, they're all completely gas-free.
We did the math. We put a plan together. We had to strategize and say, gas is going away, let's pull it off.
The granddaddy of them all, this is the creme de la creme of all ice fishing tournaments. We have 60 augers, so 60 40Vs. All of those came with a battery. Then we have 180 extra batteries on top of that.
More than 80 volunteers slice holes through 2 feet of solid ice.
It's all teamwork, for sure.
After 5 long, grueling hours, these volunteers make their final cut, drilling 20,000 holes in the ice.
I don't know, is that the winning hole?
No, I drilled it actually.
Now, the party begins.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
3, 2, 1! Has finally arrived.
Lucky mustache, man. Lucky mustache, let's go.
There's 10,000 people out here.
A circus, but it's fun. It's a fun circus.
0.93?
0.93.
All right, cool.
0.97. Good luck. All right.
Go get another one.
Big one.
The granddaddy of them all. 10,000 anglers fishing for prizes and memories. Embracing winter like only Minnesotans can.
This is the event in the ice fishing world.
A massive fundraising event built by volunteers, celebrating a tradition that lives on in the land of 10,000 frozen lakes.
So yeah, bar's been set.
Still ahead, Minnesota's family-run resorts might be disappearing most places, but not here. We celebrate life on the trail that leads to one of Minnesota's newest resorts.
Closed captioning provided by Star Bank.
Up next, a Minnesota resort town that is bucking the trend. You know, at one time in our state, we had more than 3,000 family-run resorts. These days, we're down under 1,000. But in the city of Crosby, things are changing.
Here we go again, a 5-month grind of snow and cold, and more snow. Yet, in one Northwoods town, life rolls on at a heated winter pace. In Cuyuna country, winter won't scare anyone away. Signs of that hang all over the place.
Some people love where they live, but I love Cuyuna.
Vern and Tiffany Lewis just cemented their spot. A sign of new life and this new resort on an abandoned mine pit lake.
We were going to build our own cabin, is what we were going to do.
But Vern Lewis had a dream to take 20 acres that once looked like this and turn them into all of this.
I want people to enjoy the property as much as we enjoy it, and this was the way to do it.
The Lewises built a resort with cabins and these, well, call them tree towers.
I just wanted something that, you know, when you pull into, everybody goes, wow, and that's what I wanted.
Brings a lot of people back to their childhood, you know, tree forts, tree houses, that kind of stuff.
Crazy to think that in a time where Minnesota resorts perpetually close doors, this one could open. To understand is to look around and then listen to that oh-so-strange sound in the woods. That signals progress.
Oh, it's awesome.
Han and Chow Win could not resist riding Cuyuna's winter trails.
We love it. We do a lot of mountain biking in the winter, fat biking too, because I always say that nature is the best doctor. So after a stressful day, a week at work, coming out on the trail, do that. It's really great.
Cuyuna offers up 40 miles of winter trails, 20 of them groomed just for fat tire bikes.
People come and they say they were the best trails we have because there's an IMBA certification. It's International Mountain Bike. We have that on these trails.
That's one mine pit draw. Jesse Williams talks about the other.
That water is so crystal clear that we'll have no problem, you know, seeing the fish come in, chase the spoons.
Jesse runs the local bait shop hotspot.
Airbag?
He thinks winter fishing lures in anglers.
We notice this, especially on the weekends. All the guys coming up doing this for the trout thing.
The DNR stocks trout in Cuyuna's deep mine pit lakes. Manual Lake sits full of rainbow trout.
Orange chartreuse, that kind of color combo is pretty good.
They stock them every year. This 4,500 trout every year they put in.
Oh, there's a fish for sure. Oh, might be back. Yep, that's him.
Come on, let's get one here.
Keep working it, Brad.
Some anglers choose to sit in dark houses.
Oh, there's one. Another one.
Where you can see the fish bite.
Little guy. Boy, he's a little shaver. Little rainbow trout, first one of the morning.
But not the last for our crew.
Oh yeah, look at that color.
Stop going away from it. You want that.
It just blows my mind, you know, from all the years growing up and driving by the pits and, you know, not a single footprint, not a snowmobile track. Now to go by and look out, guys using it, and it's awesome.
Trails, trout, and too much fun. Cuyuna's new winter norm. It's the pits. And the Lewises love it.
Absolutely. Best choice we ever made, probably. It's about the people. We wanted to share with them what we enjoy.
Still ahead, a Minnesota-bound classic all about winter's lonely friend, the Gray Jay.
Minnesota Bound is brought to you by Hewitt Docks, Lifts, and Pontoon Lakes, Leech Lake Area Tourism, and by Totem Resorts, the premier destination for world-class fishing.
Today's Minnesota Bound Classic takes us back to the year 1998.
The day Ron Shera shared the woods with the gray of the winter jay.
Sometimes when you go north, you'll know it. You'll know it without a compass, without a snowy ride through the conifers. Nature will tell you when you're really north, because you're up north when, out of nowhere, this fellow appears. This is the gray jay. It's a bird with lots of different names: whiskey jack, camp robber, moose bird. So many names because the bird has been company to so many travelers in the north. And it happens almost magical. Pause in the woods, and if you're lucky, a gray jay will show up at your side as if it knew you were coming. Call it a welcome wagon greeter in feathers. But there's a reason for all of this birdie hospitality. The bird's boldness is part of another agenda, in a word, survival. The Ojibwa called it whiskajack, and according to Indian lore, the bird is very sly, almost a human in gray feathers. The north might be pretty to look at, but in winter, it's a harsh world out there. Even the big critters, a wandering moose, will not find life easy. Imagine what it's like when you're hungry, and all you've got are sharp eyes and an even sharper beak. The gray jay thinks nothing of helping itself to anybody's food, thus the name camp robber. But survival is not a crime in the north. In the waning days of winter, the gray jay will begin nesting, despite lingering snowbanks and cold temperatures. Then the bird will remember its secret tidbits tucked amid the treetops. In the meantime, the bird seems to cherish having company, and soon you'll cherish having a friend in feathers, especially when you reach that special place up north.
I love when they just come right up and eat right out of your hand.
It's so much fun when they show up in the winter months.
Absolutely. Well, that about does it for us. We hope to see you back here next week.
In the meantime, don't forget to introduce a kid to the great outdoors.
Transportation provided by Premier Transportation. Call 1-800-899-7433. To get more Minnesota Bound, including full episodes, go to mnbound.com. And to follow our latest adventures, like us on Facebook.